A big new exchange listing for SPX6900. This one fresh off the press, just announced within the last hour. Hyperliquid Spot. Now they have listed the SPX6900 wormhole version token on Solana, which is a similar market cap, basically the same thing. I don't know why they didn't list the main ETH one. Who knows? But if you're not familiar with Hyperliquid, they are a pretty big one. They're a combination decentralized exchange / centralized exchange. They have elements of both. It's more so a DEX. That's what it's considered, a DEX. As you can see the layout here, you connect your wallet. That's, element of a decentralized exchange. But then there's portfolio tracking, there's staking, there's leaderboard, there's vaults. That's all stuff, elements of centralized exchanges. And then additionally, they do selectively list tokens, which is more of an element of a centralized exchange. The main reason it's not a CEX is that you can't really bridge from one token to the other. So on a CEX, if you have, say, USDT, generally you can withdraw it on multiple networks like ETH, BNB, Tron. You can't do that on Hyperliquid. So it's more a decentralized exchange. So since it's like that, you won't see it on any top cryptocurrency exchange spot markets. It won't be on this list right here, but their native token is huge. So the Hyperliquid token has a market cap of $14 billion. That places it right outside the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. So this exchange has been massively successful. Now, Hyperliquid does support multiple networks, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, and Sui. So I'm not quite sure why the SPX listing was just the Solana version, not the Ethereum version. But any listing is a good thing whatsoever. So right now, obviously, the big question is, will this lead to other big exchange listings for SPX? The only two that they're not on are Binance and Coinbit. They are on Bybit, they are on BitGet, they're on Mexigate, KuCoin. They're not on OKX, but OKX has kind of stopped listing Western meme coins, and they're not on Upbit, but Upbit also really, that's a Korean exchange. They don't really list Western meme coins as well. So yeah, any listing is a good listing because then you know that Coinbase and Binance are seeing this. And does it increase the chances? In my opinion, yes. We just don't know, but in my opinion, absolutely yes. And before we dive further into SPX, just some updates from my partner exchange, BTCC. So they just today listed 6 new spot pairs, Tail, Arcade, and a few others. Here they are. So now they have over 300 spot coins listed, and they have about 380 to 400 coins listed on their futures exchange. That is a much bigger selection on both spot and futures than your standard top 50 crypto exchange has. So huge selection. Then they also always have some campaigns going on, like the deposit bonus campaign. If you deposit $500 within 7 days of signing up for an account, BTCC, they will give you a $20 trading fund. Additionally, the copy trading loss, if you open up your first copy trade on BTCC and it results in a loss, they will cover the first $50 of that loss. Not bad, right? So if you want to sign up for any of those campaigns or just create an account on BTCC, use any of the 4 links at the top of the description area right there. Now, SPX is basically flat on the news. It's down 1% on the day. But the good news is that the market is up again as a whole. So we had some volatility, midweek chaos. That's what happens in the summer. The volumes dry up, and even on no news, you can just have these sort of drastic 1 to 2 day plunges. But as long as it reverses course, that's the good thing, and that's exactly what happened today. Bitcoin's up 1%, Solana way up today, up 4%, back up to 3750. So I'd expect to see SPX probably pump in the next few days on that news. Solana's roughly flat, BNB up 1%, Tron, Cardano up about 1%. So it's good. We are not in some sort of midsummer slump. Now let's check out some fire tweets in the community as I usually show. So here's one, so simple, but it's actually a pretty good tweet. Glad I bought some SPX6900 on the dip, because honestly, this is the one coin that just doesn't have any dips. I mean, this is the 30-day chart right here. Hardly any dips, and if they are, they're no more than 10%. I guess that this guy is saying when it dipped earlier in the week from about 1.85 billion market cap to like 1.6, he kind of quickly got it, but this dip was eradicated literally within like an hour or two. The only real dip we had lately was this one about a month ago. This coin went from, 1.6 billion market cap down to about 800, 900K. So if you got in here, great. That was the trade of a lifetime. Other than that, good luck finding any future dips. And then obviously this should be no surprise, but SPX6900 ranks second among the top 100 coins in terms of price performance over the last 90 days. Number 2, Pudgy Penguins is number 1. SPX is number 2. So even with Ethereum being hot, and even with Bonk being hot, and then, Hyperliquid's been going up the charts, and Floki has also been hot, still SPX the number 2 best performer. Here's a good tweet. Honestly, at this point, if you don't understand the targets for SPX, then you might as well sell out. Basically, he's saying is there are no price targets. You just buy it because you want the price to go up and to join the community. That's it. Have fun with the community. Make the price go up. hold, do your part every day, do the DCA, kind of shill the coin. Simple. This guy here, this is a good tweet, Shiny D. So day one of joining the SPX DCA movement. So he's been doing videos like me. He's an influencer. Now he's doing the daily DCA. He only put in like 0.05 SOL here. That's literally $10, but it's the action that counts. It is sort of living the values and principles of this community as opposed to just talking about them. This tweet kind of goes along with that. How much more financially secure would you be if you had done a DCA into SPX6900 instead of aping every KOL-infested trench coin you saw? That's why, like this summer, I'm just kind of holding a few long-term coins like SPX and others. Last summer, I was doing a bunch of just kind of low caps here and there. And, you know, you have some winners, some losers. I wasn't getting wrecked, but overall, it was just kind of a wash, I felt like. And then it's just easier to put larger amounts of money in the blue chips like this one and watch it go up. Good tweet. What was the reason you invested in SPX? This girl saying her brother bought it and she loved the strong belief in the community. So it's like a family thing, and you know, siblings shilling each other. I like that. This guy's doing a little IRL rating. He printed out a lot of this stuff here. Looks like he's got maybe, I don't know, 100, 200 like little Post-its things. He's going to post them, I think, on lampposts and like walls and, you know, maybe storefronts. And then you can scan that. And I believe that takes you to a page where then you can then buy SPX 6900. Pretty cool. Then on Instagram, apparently SPX is also going strong on IG. We have some Murad videos. He doesn't just do TikTok. Then we've got Jake Gagan and a few others. So yeah, everyone knows Twitter and TikTok, it's big, but it is also big on Instagram as well. That is it for now. I'll be back later with a new video. Bencryptoshow signing out.